Mette's lantern, a little nudge for spring. Once upon a time, in the early days of the year, winter had not fully released its icy grip on the frozen earth. Every morning the meadows still wore their white blankets from the frost. Yet the rays of the sun were warming the young buds on willow and pine, awakening new life in the shades of tender green. According to ancient custom, fairies and elves would remain in their warm caves deep beneath the earth during the cold season. But the two fairy ladies, Hush and Whisper, would often come up to visit those humans. They were friends and loved them with all their hearts. And so, once again, they came back from one of their surface patrols. No sooner had they arrived back below than they encountered an incredible commotion deep within their underground tunnels, a mystery that led them into the most hidden corners of the earth. Other fairies and elves were scurrying through the passages, crying out anxiously, Mette, Mette, where are you? Are you hiding? Mette was a fairy as well, a very young one, a fairy orphan from the high north of Europe, whom Hush and Whisper had taken in with great love long ago. She was a child of ice and stars. Now her heart beats to the rhythm of green Ireland. This turmoil deeply troubled the two friends. Nonetheless, Hush and Whisper were an extraordinary team. While Hush remained calm and carefully developed a strategic search plan, Whisper was already thinking outside the box about the necessary logistics. They decided to systematically fly through all the stages and storage caves beneath the center of the Emerald Island to move as quickly as possible. Their search first led them to a storeroom which usually contained the most precious treats, sweet fruits, golden honey, and the finest chocolate. After all, those are the things that children like the most, aren't they? Unfortunately, they found a scene of total disorder. Honeypots stood open, and sticky trails stretched across the floor. There was no sign of Mette, but from a dark niche came strange noises. They encountered a troll in these corridors who was still very childlike. This troll loved chocolate and sweets above all else. He wasn't a bad fellow, though, but a bit of a rascal. He was small, round, incredibly hairy, and blessed with an appetite that devoured everything in its path. There he lay, snoring so loudly that the walls trembled. Whisper, full of energy, shook him awake. "What on earth are you doing, Trolley Bolly?" For that was his name. "Are you helping yourself to our emergency rations?" Little Trolley Bolly opened a sleepy eye, let out a thundering burp, and an even louder fart. but said nothing. Hush asked more patiently if he had seen little Mette. With a thick finger he pointed toward the next tunnel. That way. She went that way. They followed his trail into the kitchen passages and the bakery. Here, where the baker elves kept everything pristine clean, a white disarray reigned. Flour lay everyone like fresh snow, mixed with scattered raisins and oats. Oh, look at this mess! Whisper laughed despite the chaos. They quickly promised the baker elves they would help clean up once they returned. Because Mette, Mette was still missing. Wait, wait. Hush whispered suddenly, pausing as she noticed a faint shimmer further down the hallway. This light, it doesn't come from the food supplies. It's coming from the seed chambers. They hurried toward the light. In the chamber there was a slight muddle. Pots and boxes had been shifted on the shelves, and some seed trays were still half open. Now it was clear. The young girl had been busy planting and sowing. Perhaps Mette wants to give spring a little nudge, Hush suggested. Whisper nodded thoughtfully. Look, the drawer with the flower bulbs is open. Mette is still such a little girl. Hmm, I believe she wanted to plant the bulbs so that spring would come sooner. Then I know exactly where we must look, Hush cried. They hurried through the underground tunnels to the places where snowdrops and crocuses usually bloom first. And finally they reached their goal. Deep in the green heart of Ireland, where the forests whisper of ancient legends and mighty stones stubbornly guard their secrets. There they saw a tiny, shimmering light by the banks of a crystal clear river. And there she was, an overjoyed Mette. She had already begun planting the bulbs. In Mette's eyes flashed the irrepressible spirit of discovery that was anchored deep within the heart of her people, an internal compass that always drove her toward new horizons, even there in the silence of the earth. She held a fully grown snowdrop like a lantern with a small light glowing inside, waiting impatiently for her flowers to find their way to the surface. All is well that ends well.